Imagine a city made entirely of gold, hidden deep within the dense jungles of South America. A place where rivers sparkle with golden dust and palaces shine like the sun. For centuries, adventurers, conquistadors, and treasure hunters have searched for this legendary place, El Dorado. But was it ever real? Or is it just another myth that has captivated humanity for generations? Join us as we unravel the mystery of the lost city of gold. The origins of El Dorado. The legend of El Dorado dates back to the early 16th century when Spanish conquistadors arrived in South America. They heard whispers of a powerful indigenous ruler who covered himself in gold dust and performed a sacred ritual in Lake Guatavita, Colombia. This golden man, or El Hombre Dorado, was believed to rule over an unimaginable treasure trove of gold and riches. As the story spread, it evolved from a golden king to an entire golden city, hidden somewhere in the unexplored jungles of the New World. Greedy for wealth and power, the Spanish and other European explorers launched numerous expeditions to locate this fabled city. The quest for gold. One of the earliest expeditions in search of El Dorado was led by Gonzalo Pizarro in 1541. Along with his companion Francisco de Orellana, he ventured into the Amazon, facing brutal conditions, deadly wildlife, and starvation. The journey ended in failure, but Orellana accidentally discovered the Amazon River, one of the greatest geographical finds in history. Another famed expedition was led by Sir Walter Raleigh in the 1590s. He believed El Dorado was hidden in present-day Venezuela. Despite his efforts and dramatic tales of golden cities, Raleigh found nothing but jungle and hostility from indigenous tribes. These early explorers weren't the only ones obsessed with the legend. Over the next centuries, many others followed in their footsteps, convinced that El Dorado was waiting to be found. Expeditions came from Germany, England, Portugal, and France, each time ending in disaster, failure, or even death. The obsession that destroyed men, the lure of gold and untold riches, drove many explorers to madness. The jungles of South America were unforgiving. Disease, hunger, and hostile tribes claimed the lives of countless treasure hunters. Some never returned, while others were so changed by their experiences that they abandoned the search entirely. One of the most tragic stories comes from the expedition of Pedro de Ursua in 1560. His journey through the Amazon turned into a nightmare when his second-in-command, Lope de Aguirre, led a brutal mutiny. Aguirre became so obsessed with finding El Dorado that he declared war on the Spanish crown, proclaiming himself ruler of the fabled land. His paranoia led to the execution of nearly everyone in his expedition before he was finally captured and killed. The dream of El Dorado didn't die with Aguirre. Many continued the search, convinced that they were one step away from uncovering the greatest treasure in history. Each failure only fueled the obsession further, with new explorers believing they could succeed where others had failed. The reality behind the myth. While no solid evidence of a golden city has ever been found, historians believe that the legend of El Dorado was based on real indigenous rituals and wealth. The Muisca people of Colombia did indeed perform golden offerings at Lake Guatavita, tossing treasures into the water as part of their religious ceremonies. However, there was never an entire city made of gold. In recent years, archaeologists have uncovered remarkable pre-Columbian civilizations in the Amazon, such as the lost settlements of the Xingu people. These discoveries prove that advanced societies thrived in the jungle, but no city of gold has been found. The misinterpretation of indigenous practices and the exaggerations of early explorers turned a small ritual into a grand legend. However, some researchers argue that the real El Dorado was not a city, but a vast trade network of wealth and power among South America's ancient civilizations. Modern attempts to find El Dorado Despite centuries of failed attempts, modern technology has renewed interest in the search for El Dorado. Archaeologists and scientists now use drones, satellite imaging, and ground-penetrating radar to map uncharted regions of the Amazon. Some researchers believe there could still be undiscovered ruins beneath the thick jungle canopy. One promising find occurred in the early 2000s when evidence of a massive civilization known as Kuhikugu was discovered in the Amazon basin. This settlement, estimated to have supported tens of thousands of people, suggests that large cities did exist in the rainforest long before European contact. However, while impressive, these findings have yet to reveal a city of gold. New expeditions continue, and each year, adventurers set out into the jungle, hoping to solve the mystery once and for all. While some seek gold, others are simply drawn by the thrill of discovery and the possibility of uncovering lost civilizations that time has forgotten. The legend lives on, even today. The legend of El Dorado continues to inspire treasure hunters, writers, and filmmakers. From classic adventure stories to blockbuster movies, the idea of a hidden golden city captures the imagination of millions. But perhaps the real treasure lies not in gold, but in the incredible history and cultures of South America, waiting to be explored. Beyond treasure hunting, the story of El Dorado has had a lasting impact on our understanding of history. It has encouraged deeper studies of indigenous cultures and their remarkable achievements, revealing that the civilizations of South America were far more advanced than previously thought. The science behind the search. Modern scientists have shifted their focus from gold to the broader mysteries of ancient South America. They now investigate the possibility of sophisticated lost civilizations that may have built vast settlements hidden beneath the forest. LiDAR technology, which uses lasers to detect hidden structures, has revealed previously unknown ancient roads, buildings, and complex agricultural systems. Studies also suggest that early European explorers may have underestimated the size and sophistication of the indigenous societies they encountered. Disease, warfare, and colonization may have wiped out large cities, leaving little evidence of their existence today. Could these lost civilizations have been the true inspiration behind the myth of El Dorado? Conclusion: was El Dorado real? So, was El Dorado real? Maybe not as a literal city of gold, but as a symbol of human ambition, mystery, and exploration. It will never be lost. The search for El Dorado was never really about gold. It was about the spirit of discovery, the thirst for the unknown, and the endless quest for something greater than ourselves. The jungles of South America still hold many secrets. Who knows what else remains hidden beneath the trees and rivers? Perhaps the greatest discoveries are yet to come. The cultural impact of El Dorado. The legend of El Dorado has had a profound impact on global culture, shaping art, literature, and even economic history. The myth influenced some of the most famous works of fiction, from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World to modern films like Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. The idea of an untouched paradise filled with riches has inspired countless adventurers, both real and fictional. Beyond storytelling, the search for El Dorado contributed to the global economy in unexpected ways. The European obsession with gold led to massive mining operations in South America, drastically altering the continent's landscape and societies. Indigenous civilizations suffered under colonial rule as conquerors sought wealth at any cost. The gold rush mentality set the foundation for later treasure hunts across the world, from California to South Africa. Even today, the phrase El Dorado is used metaphorically to describe any place of great wealth or opportunity. Cities, businesses, and even space exploration missions have adopted the name, symbolizing the human desire to push beyond limits in search of something extraordinary. But perhaps the greatest treasure of all is the story itself, the never-ending tale of ambition, mystery, and exploration that continues to captivate minds across generations.